My story begins with my childhood and my dadi. My dadi was my best friend. I loved her. She was the most ferocious woman I knew. Lived her life the way she wanted. Traveled, was spiritually passionate, and did whatever made her happy. My best memories with her are the afternoons that we spent. When I came back from school, we'll sit with her on her small sewing machine and we'll pick something from our house to just convert it into something else. One day it would be a curtain converted into a table cover. Another day it would be the same table cover converted into a pillowcase. And the pillowcase converted into a sweeping cloth. Every day we did something magical. I saw how something which reached its end of life magically rejuvenated into a new thing. It started its new journey. The entire exercise used to make me feel sense of creation, sense of excitement and magic. When I moved to IIT Mumbai for my education and then further to work, I forgot all about it. The only thing that stayed with me was कि मुझे खुद का कुछ start करना है. So after a couple of years of working in different corporates, I came back. I had absolutely no idea what will I do coming back and what will I start. I just started researching, talking to people. The same time, my parents were happy because they got opportunity to get me married. So what started was a series of these events where I was supposed to deck up, wear a new dress, and be there for the suitors. Apart from the agony the entire process already was, what pained me was the amount of money we spent on each dress. And mind you, I was never supposed to wear that dress again क्योंकि सबने देख लिया है. I thought अगर ये मेरा problem है तो ये और लोगों का problem भी हो सकता है. And I went around talking to a few people and talking to a few designers. What I understood was that almost all designers were sitting on heaps of these designer wares and they were happy to rent it out. And all the people like me, they wanted to rent these garments instead of spending loads and loads of money on these garments, which will also eat up their closet space. So there was my business idea, and I started my first venture, which was fashion rentals. People loved it. I was happy, and I learned everything that I know about business today. Whether it was about managing teams, negotiations, building website, everything. It also took me closer to textiles, craftsmanship, and my interest in it grew. With that interest, I started going around into different factories to see manufacturing hota kaisa hai. And what I saw was heaps of fresh fabric wasted in that production. In India, almost 30% of fresh fabric gets wasted during the pre-production cycle itself. And it's not just the fabric that is getting wasted, it's all the resources, the craftsmanship, the labor, the water, everything that is going down the drain with that fabric. This was a problem that bothered me. Because जब दादी ने कहा था कोई भी चीज वेस्ट नहीं जानी चाहिए. Coincidentally, during the same time, COVID happened and I had to wrap up my business because we were in an event industry. I started spending more time to contributional work and traveled to different villages for the same. In those villages, I met some powerful, amazing women who really wanted to do something with their life. They wanted to grow, they wanted to learn, and they wanted to do something which can earn them a respectable living. I firmly believe that for a woman to live a respectable life, she should be financially independent. And there were these two important problems which are close to my heart in front of me. And all I could see was a solution. So, we first partnered with a couple of factories in Jaipur and I researched about the kind of fabric waste that comes out of them. Then I studied the different crafts that can be used to make these waste fabric into beautiful gifting products. To my surprise, what I also learned was that most of these crafts started with the idea of repairing something beautifully, be it embroidery, be it patchwork, be it stitching things with hand or kantha. I then partnered with a local NGO, PANS, who was working with these women, and we together trained these women in these crafts. The women excelled in what they did. And soon enough, we had this range of products, toys, gifts, bags, and whatnot, which were upcycled from that waste fabric. The products were beautiful and we were loved by everyone, domestically and internationally. We won awards by United Nations Women and Niti Aayog for our impactful work. And the most important part of the entire journey was we could support hundreds of women through this initiative. This is one of the most enriching experience of my life so far. I also learned that sustainability beyond materials is about community, about a purpose and creation. The more I learned and dwelt into aspects of sustainability, what I saw was how brands and big organizations present them in silos. Made by organic material, packaged ethically, sourced ethically, or environment friendly. It sounds very interesting and it sounds very tempting. Even I was tempted to buy such products with these green tags. But tell me, if something is ethically produced, does it necessarily mean it's environment friendly? What about the resources that went in its production, in its processing, in its packaging, and its transportation? Of course, if something is ethically produced, it's better than its counterpart of something which is not ethically produced. But is better good enough? For example, organic cotton. Of course, it is better than its counterpart polyester. It's good for your skin, it's toxic free, it's biodegradable. But what about the amount of water that gets into its processing? The amount of land that's used up for its production? Every new thing that is produced and consumed eats up our earth. We consume as if there's infinite resources because our consumerism, the consumerism campaigns that are happening around, they fed into us. We need new, we need more, we need better. Our earth is not designed to fulfill our infinite wants. It can be designed to cater to our infinite creations, contributions, and continuation. I'm not saying to give up all joy. In fact, sustainability का root ही joyful living में है. A joyful, deliberate, purposeful living. When you're thinking of buying something, can we think about repairing and the joy of repairing that old stuff that you're thinking of throwing away? Or can we connect with our loved ones and think of sharing and borrowing from them? Or can we choose to purchase things which are locally grown? We consume local and support the community around. The joy I experienced as a child with my grandmother creating new things magically. The joy I experience when I see these women celebrated for their art craftsmanship across the globe is beyond the joy I've ever experienced buying anything new. So, my only humble request to you all today is to before you purchase anything new, ask yourself, is that your need or is it just your wish list? Can you borrow that? Can you share it with somebody else? And if it is important for you to buy it, can you buy it from local communities and create an impact there? Because let's be honest, designing a conscious life goes beyond materials and products. It's about designing your choices, designing your future, and designing a powerful, happy earth. Our earth has finite resources, but what we have infinite is our care for a sustainable earth, our contribution, and our imagination to contribute. Thank you.